Nairobi Governor Kananu Mwenda, who was sworn in office just the other day, is committing the same mistakes which led to the removal of the former governor Mike Mbuvi Sonko from office. And if Kananu is not careful, then she might not achieve her objectives of becoming the next governor in 2022. Kananu was put in office by the deep state. That's the honest truth. And I did a comprehensive video just almost a year before this happened. But she's committing some mistakes. Kananu nominated Paul Mutunga Mutungi, the current chief of staff, as her preferred deputy. I think that's a very big mistake on her part, because already Jubilee Secretary General Raphael Tuju is indicating that the handshake has already identified a candidate. So what informed Kananu's moves to nominate a running mate, to nominate a deputy governor? Let me just give you the setup of Nairobi County as we speak today. The governor is Kananu Mwenda, coming from Lower Eastern. She has nominated Paul Mutunga Mutungi, again coming from the same region. And then the Speaker of the National Assembly is Benson Mutura, another Kikuyu. It can't work like that. Let me just show you or demonstrate to you why it can't work. Nairobi County is not any other county. Nairobi County is the capital city of this republic. In fact, in the next election, the next governor of Nairobi County will be discussed at the national table. When Mike Sonko was the governor, when Jubilee was forming the government for Nairobi County in the last election, Mike Sonko was the proposed governor. There was Polika Pigade, a Kikuyu, very nice setup. The speaker was then taken to Western Kenya through Beatrice Elashi. When Kidero was the governor, Governor Kidero was a Luo. The deputy governor was a Kamba. The speaker was the late Ole Magelo. Again, very nice setup. But Kananu Mwenda is doing all this, in my view, out of fear. And her strategies are very simple. What Kananu Mwenda needs to understand is that it took the deep state great efforts to remove Mike Mbuvi Sonko. Mike Sonko was a very close ally of President Uhuru Kenyatta. In fact, at some point in this country, Mike Sonko even claimed that he was the third in command. And I remember at that time, the deputy president was out of the country. The president was also outside the country. Mike Sonko stated clearly that he was the third in command, and nothing happened. So that's how powerful Mike Sonko was. He used to have drinks with the president. He would call President Uhuru Kenyatta live in public. But he was removed. And Kananu Mwenda from nowhere was made the governor. Her strategy of doing this is very simple. And this is why I'm saying she's committing the same mistakes which Mike Mbuvi Sonko committed. The first strategy is that Kananu is trying to mark time. You know, she's the governor. She's operated as a substantive governor, the deputy governor acting. So it means we were not going to have a deputy governor. Now, she's marking time because she knows so well that the name is likely to be rejected at the county assembly. Because if this name was not fronted by the handshake, Jubilee will simply instruct their members, ODM will instruct their members to reject this name. That's exactly what Mike Sonko used to do. Mike Sonko would nominate Miguna, knowing so well that there was no way Uhuru's party was going to allow Miguna or even Raila Odinga. So Miguna name will be taken, will be rejected. Mike Sonko would go nominate someone else, rejected. Remember, it takes time to nominate, it takes time to vet, it takes time to even vote for that person. So Kananu's strategy is just to mark time, so that by the time the first name is rejected, the second name, she shall have served as the governor without a deputy governor for the remainder of the time. And that's going to cost her. It costed Sonko right in our eyes. So that's her first strategy. Her second strategy, in my view, is that after she was confirmed, I think Kananu intends now to take charge of City Hall. How do you take charge of City Hall? She's now the governor, which means there are certain things she can now do which she could not do previously. For example, I know there were certain agreements she could not sign. Now she can do them. Basically, what she's doing, she wants to have a deputy governor directly nominated by her. And if she's marking time, she wants to mark time so that the new governor is not approved. By that time, she'll be doing everything. Because if the handshake were to give her probably a name, that person is likely to be a very serious person. Let's say ODM decides to nominate Sifuna for that position. Then you have Sifuna and Kananu. So where will the limelight go to? Let's say Jubilee decides that they're nominating someone else and they opt for a more radical, a more vocal, a more political face. Let's say Dennis Oweru as a running mate. How do you think that will will go down with Kananu? Kananu is new, politically speaking. She never intended to be the governor. But now she's the governor. She wants to take charge. So giving her someone else is not good for her. And that's why she's choosing Paul Mutunga Mutungi, because she's worked with this guy. She understands this guy. Basically, the guy might decide to be loyal to her, rather than if ODM were to nominate someone. So because she's interested in taking charge of City Hall, I think she's forgetting that she was put in that office. Her third strategy is to preempt the handshake candidate. The moment Kananu was sworn in, she knew so well that Deep State was behind her. And because the handshake was behind her, the Deep State was behind her, she must have expected that these guys were going to have a say on who is nominated as the deputy governor. So she went ahead of them. She went ahead of them, nominated a candidate. The candidate has been forwarded to the county assemblies. Let's say her relationship with the county assembly is good. It means the county assembly is likely to vote for that candidate. And the moment the county assembly will vote for that candidate, it's also going to mean a very simple thing. It is going to mean a very simple thing, that Kananu's candidate will prevail. So the handshake might not bring a candidate. In fact, Raphael Tuju talked of the handshake candidate after Kananu had nominated a candidate. So I don't know. I'll be keenly watching to see how the City Hall, especially the assembly, is going to operate in the understanding that Paul Mutunga Mutungi, based on Tuju's statement, is not the handshake candidate. Whether the speaker, because the speaker, Benson Mutura, is also a handshake candidate. Benson Mutura was put in place of Elachi because Elachi could not implement certain things which the Deep State wanted. So they needed a stronger person. And that's why they brought Benson Mutura, a former member of parliament, a former councillor, to serve there. So she was preempting that the handshake was going to produce a candidate. So amewatangulia. Number 4, which I think is very dangerous for Kananu, is that she might be trying to test the waters. How deep is the waters? Now you've put me in office. How far can you go if I decide to do things my way? Will she survive? I don't know. But I think she's testing the waters. She's testing the seriousness of the Deep State. She's testing how ODM as a political party. Because let's just agree. There was no way Mike Sonko would have been removed without ODM. That's a fact. And there was no way Mike Sonko would have been removed without the approval of President Uhuru Kenyatta. So they did this. Someone has been sworn in, and then you want to tell them that the deputy they can't determine. In the last government of Nairobi, when Sonko was the governor, the deputy was determined by Jubilee as a political party. And Kananu is coming here, testing the waters by nominating a candidate without the approval of the party or without the approval of the deep state. It can't work like that. But she's just testing the waters. And lastly, I think she's also keen on setting up a war with the city fathers. There are those people who control City Hall. Either some of them are in government, some of them are outside government, some of them are doing businesses. These people would want to control who becomes the next deputy governor of Nairobi. And Kananu Mwenda is saying, I have a candidate already. What is going to happen is that likely these guys are not going to be very happy. And a war is likely to erupt. And the moment that war is going to erupt, that's the moment Anne Kananu Mwenda is going to find it very rough. Although she's very lucky that I don't think President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga would be more interested in pursuing the current politics of City Hall. Their interest, in my view, is beyond 2022. Who is going to become the governor of Nairobi in 2022? Anne Kananu would have fitted the bill if, in my view, she played the balls. Of course, maybe in the next government, someone would have considered her as a maybe running mate. But with the war she's setting up, I think she has committed one of the gravest political mistakes. I don't blame her, but I blame her advisors. I don't know what to think, but that's my take. And again, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, what we do on this channel is simple. We analyze politics in a way you can't find any other place. So the best thing you can do is to click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Thank you guys, and to the subscribers, please just give this particular video a thumbs up. May you have a good day. Bye-bye.